Woo! Hello. I said hello. What's wrong with you? Someone actually in our Discord recommended one that we're going to be reading called Greed, but they referred to it as a spooky pasta. And I was like, that's kind of catchy. So I guess it's catching on. So here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Before we jump into everything, there is a few troubleshooting. They're not really troubleshooting things, but they're things I think I can do to tweak just a little bit better. And we're going to go ahead. It says Robin is muted. I'm hearing her just fine on my end, so not sure. And I'm showing that she's showing up in the desktop. Babe, can you try talking? You guys can't hear that. You can't hear her speaking? No, they're saying they can't hear you talking, which means they can't hear any of my desktop audio, which makes no sense because it's showing that it's broadcasting right now. So let's do some troubleshooting on the fly. Give that a shot. Okay, try talking now, Robin.
Hello.
Can you guys hear her now?
Hello.
Yes. Okay, Lizardtree says they can hear. Ginseng Joe can hear. Okay, so they can hear you now, which is wonderful. What I'm going to try and do is get rid of the delay between Robin's lips and Robin's audio. So that might take me a second, but Robin, tell folks about your day and your awesome outfit, because I think you look amazing right now.
Oh, thanks. It is my work outfit. I haven't changed yet, except for my pants.
Well, it works for me.
Because, yeah, so, yeah, it's a cute little Halloween sweater, wearing it for, a couple days after Valentine's Day. But, yeah, I don't know. It is. I think the sweater, Charlie gave me the sweater for sure, because Charlie knows exactly the kind of clothes that I wear. And it is from ModCloth, I think. But yeah, I love me some spooky clothes.
Cool.
I feel like your lighting on your side is way better. I turned the brightness of my monitor down so low, and it's still blowing my face out, so.
Yeah, do you have your ring light on?
Yep.
Try turning your ring light off.
I tried turning it off, and it does nothing.
All right, well, I'm all out of suggestions then. All right, cool. So right now, I think I have the delays kind of matched up. You're probably still going to have a delay between your lips and when the sound comes out. But overall, for me, looking at this, when you speak, it looks like it's lining up. So if we ever wind up like having time to test this out, I'll probably try and get that a little bit more tuned in. But thank you all for joining us for this episode of Pastatime. I'm going to go ahead and mark it and explain what creepypastas are. And then I can go first. So that'll be the answer to that question. And then we'll just edit all this together. So on Friday, it sounds like we knew what we were doing. Oh no, it was a bad sound.
I poured myself a cup of water and I left it on the water thing.
When I start my story, just go get it. No one's going to know.
When you start your story?
You just go get it now. Whatever. Just go.
Okay. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Garbage intro anyways, so. All right, let's see what you guys had to say. To start with, looks like Lizardtree was the first person here about 25 minutes early. Says another Wednesday has snuck up on me. Yay for the live stream. MQI says, oh my god, I thought I got banned. I'm not sure how or why, but I'm glad to see that you didn't. Snark says, hey, y'all watching my phone and playing a game. Good to see everyone. Latreya is here. Glitch Grim is here. Lots of folks trickling in. Glitch asked if everyone had a good Valentine's Day. MQI said, so not to be dramatic, but I think I have a demon in my house. That sounds terrifying. Ginseng Joe said, hello, gamers. Gonna keep scrolling here. Snark said that Lost Ark is the game that they're playing, so I've been hearing a lot about that. Actually, I had to talk with my boss about that today. So MQI says,
turning on the light even brighter makes it way worse. Okay.
MQI says, LOL is getting into the shower tonight and I have scratches on my stomach. Maybe you like rubbed up against something and that happened. I've been hit by the Scratch Bandit in the past too, so it's definitely kind of creepy. Ginseng Joe says, who is Connor? I don't know. As regards to Ginseng Joe asking if he watched Connor. So it sounds like it's another streamer. Glitch said, I'm calling Egon that's nuts in regards to MQI's demon situation, and we will stop right there so that we can move over into...
Is it Sea Dog VA, Connor,
I have no
for the
idea.
voice actor.
No idea what
Love
that
the
is.
All right.
All right, since you're being extra quiet tonight, I'm going to have to turn your mic up. And I'm going to put you at 200% in the Discord.
I forgot that I can pull up Restream.
Yeah,
So I
restream
can
chat,
actually
for
read the
sure.
chat. Yeah.
I was like, please don't try and stream at the same time because you'll shut this whole thing down. But the chat, absolutely. All right, I'm going to mark it, and we're going to go ahead and get into the wonderful part where I tell everyone just what the heck creepypastas are. Yeah, so we're going to be reading 4 creepypastas tonight. And again, Pastatime episodes are dedicated to reading the short fictional horror stories on the internet in places like creepypasta.com, SCP Foundation, No Sleep subreddit, and any other place essentially where they post creepy fiction. If you have creepy nonfiction, that's for story time. And we'll be more than happy to hear that. So strap in, we're going to do 4, and I believe I'm going to go first. So I'm going to start with a story that is called Greed. This one was suggested to us by a spooky friend in our Discord. If you ever want to join our Discord, you can just go to our website, Scaryish.com. There's a ticker that runs by on the top, and it says join us on Discord. Go to that link, and you can find your way to our Discord. So thank you so much for submitting this, and not submitting this, but suggesting it. And again, it's called Greed, and it starts out like this. Right now, there is a thin man in a skin-tight black suit sitting in your closet. Don't threaten me with a good time. His bony
What the fuck?
his bony knees
What the
his bony knees bent to his chest, his spidery white fingers wrapped around his ankles. He sits there and has been
He's ready for a good time.
It sounds like it. This sounds like American Horror Story, really. He sits there and has been sitting there since you began reading this. It's funny because I'm right next to a closet, but there's no doors in it. And I don't see him, so he must also be tiny. His name is Greed. Can you hear his breathing yet? Now that you are aware of his existence, if you open your closet door, you will see him sitting there. Immediately, his expressionless face will smile, and his sharp green eyes will lock onto yours.
He's like, I'm ready.
You may open and close the closet as much as you wish, and you may leave him there for as long as you like. But he will never go away. And every time you look inside your closet, he will still be there, his glassy eyes following yours.
I'd be okay with that.
Really? You'd be okay with someone just squatting inside your closet?
He's not attacking me.
I would be like,
he's just sitting.
Look, I understand you're a supernatural entity, but my closet has very limited space, and you're taking up a lot. So I hang most of my stuff.
I would totally start putting stuff on them.
Yeah, 100%. Like, hey, while you're sitting there, hold your arms out, and then I would just start putting like folded pants into his arms. Like, thanks. See you tomorrow. All right. So he will never look away. He will always be following you. Okay, here we go. Only you will see him. Don't attempt to tell anyone else. They will only question your sanity. If you ignore Greed, gradually he will take over your existence. When you look in the mirror, you will see him standing behind you, smiling his eerie smile.
No. He's supposed to be in the closet.
Yeah, I was told he'd be in the closet. You will see him sitting in the back of your car as you drive home late from work. As you turn the lights off downstairs and you run up the steps to safety of your bedroom, he will be running behind you. Even if you do not turn to look, you will hear a second pair of footsteps. There is only one way to rid yourself of Greed. At exactly midnight of any night of the year apart from Christmas Eve, because I guess Santa's too powerful. You don't want Greed fighting Santa. He'll get his ass beat. Sit in front of your closet with a razor in your left hand. You must be alone, the lights must be off, and you must place a lit tea candle in between you and the closet door. Without opening the door, repeat this verse. In return for my sanity, I give you my soul. I don't like reading this because I feel like I'm pledging this. Hey,
well, just say, like, is it once or twice? Or 3 times, my lady?
It just says repeat, okay? And I'm also going to put out this disclaimer. I'm not saying this, I'm just reading this. No one gets my soul. In return for my sanity, I give you my soul. Use it as you wish, but please leave me alone. The closet door will swing open, revealing Greed, whose eyes are already glaring you in the face. He will hold out his long, bony hand. Hold your right hand over it, and with your left, make a clean cut across your wrist and let blood fill his hand. Ugh.
Gross.
Once it is full, he will retreat. Yeah, it's written incorrectly. Once it is full, he will retreat it and place your gift in his top right coat pocket. Gross.
Retreat it?
I think he means like pull his arm back and then just put his hand in his pocket like, thanks for the blood.
The correct word for that is retract.
Yes. Then he will stand up and walk out of your house, the doors opening themselves for him. He will never return. From that moment on, your life will be perfect. You will effortlessly become rich beyond belief, and you will find and marry the love of your life and achieve anything your heart desires. You will never become sick, and you will die warm and comfortable in your bed, surrounded by those you love. But
it's the afterlife that is awful, isn't it?
But once your eyes have finally closed and your lungs stop breathing, you will meet greed again. He will take you to visit your loved ones, who you have left behind, and you will watch helplessly as he plays his game. He will take the sharpest knife from their kitchen and hide in their closet. The next time they open it, he will slaughter and devour them.
What
he will repeat this little ritual until
stupid.
everyone you've ever loved is lying dead in a puddle of their own blood.
Not worth it.
After he has finally finished this twisted game, he will take your soul from his top right coat pocket and swallow it. You will become a part of him and be a part of his game forevermore. However, if you take the option to ignore him, he will never leave, and every once in a while, if you turn over in the direction of your partner in bed, instead of seeing their beautiful face, your eyes will meet his, and that evil grin will be stretched over his rows of sharp teeth.
Luckily for me, I never look at him.
Yeah, luckily for her, I already have rows of sharp teeth like a shark, so it won't be much different. But either way, that one's really creepy. Thank you for the suggestion. I'll have to edit in whoever it was that suggested it because I don't remember. And if I switch off to check the channel in Discord, no one will be able to see Robin anymore. So either way, so much. Excuse me. Either way, thank you so much for submitting that one. Pretty good. All right, let's take our first official break and see what you wonderful folks had to say. Let's go ahead and give some shout outs and then I'll check the redemptions. So first, shout out to Malum, who resubscribed for the 23rd month.
Oh my god.
You guys, awesome. I like that you shifted so you're
Ridiculous.
like leaning off the thing. Don't worry. I will.
Is it this direction or is it this direction?
That direction. Too far. Just bring up the stream so you can just see where you're at. Okay, that's good. All right. Shout out to Ginseng Joe, who resubscribed for the 15th month. Shout out to Cursed Wolf, who resubscribed.
I'm very happy to see McShake and Bake back in the stream.
Oh, shit.
It's been so long. It's been like 2 years. It's maybe 3 years. It's been years.
Shout out to Cursed Wolf, who resubscribed for the 38th month. Shout out to 911 Girl, who donated 500 bits, which is very, very, very nice of you. And I should point out that Ghost Dunk donated 300 bits last episode, and while we thanked him for the donation, we didn't read the message, which said, by the way, thanks for saving my life in D&D. I heroically sacrificed my paladin to keep his character alive because we have some PvP going on, which I am not about. And it's been really exciting, actually, to see how it's going to turn out. All right, cool. So, Robin, why don't you read some stream chat?
I was literally about to take a bite out of my cookie.
Robin, why don't you take a bite out of your cookie? And I'm going to bring up some redemptions. All right, pop out. Going to put this over here so it's not covering everything. So, shout out to Captain Fake Eye. Also, huge shout out to Captain Fake Eye for being on this week's episode. It was amazing. It set the standard for knowledge and research for future episodes, which we will not be able to follow. But we appreciated it.
I enjoy the cadence of her voice and just like how articulate she is. I was watching some of her videos on TikTok earlier today too.
All right. She is the best. We can all agree. So, Captain Fake Eye, Glitch Grim, and Ginseng Joe have all redeemed a drink 7 minutes ago, so that is 3. I tried to mess around with a new type of goal, because we have like the February donation goal up there, which only tracks donations in cash, and they have one now that only tracks bits, but it only shows you a percentage. It does not show you the amount of bits donated. It's just a percentage of whatever the goal is, and I think that sucks. So I just stuck with the old one. As far as 3 drinks goes, I'm drinking Cali Creamin' Orange Sickle. Heck yeah.
Captain Fake Eye goes like, oh gee, well now I'm embarrassed with my TikTok. It's really educational and I think pretty important for a lot of people to hear. So if you guys are interested, check it out.
Shout out to the Snark who just redeemed 2 drinks, which means we have 5. I have 4 left to go.
Oh, I gotta go make one.
You are just not on the ball tonight, Robin. You got home at like 3:30. What the fuck?
No, I did not, you bitch. I got off work at 3:30. I
Whoa,
didn't get
whoa,
home
whoa,
till like
whoa,
5
whoa.
o'clock.
Check the sass at the door. Since you have to walk into the kitchen to make yourself a drink, just leave the sass in there.
Fuck you, bitch.
Shout out to Lizard Tree, who just redeemed the 6th and final drink. All right. This has been so much fun so far. All right. MQI. I have to cough every now and then. It's like never going away. MQI is so odd. They weren't there, and then as soon as I stepped into the shower, bam, scratches. It was just odd. My nails are super short right now. That is weird. I know Robin gets a lot of not fantasy. That sounds dirty. Phantom scratches. So it is something that I've seen before, but it doesn't get any less weird each time. Chloe says some weird stuff has been happening, in parentheses, ghosty, has been happening at my off-site resident house I work at, but nothing that would hurt me. And then said, holy shit, to MQI. MQI says, I took a picture of them because demon. Probably not, but I have no idea where they came from. Captain Vega says, I might fall asleep early today because I very sillily agreed to do 2 24-hour calls back to back. I'm pretty sure that's one long 48-hour shift. That's insanity. Glitch says, so I may or may not be half a bottle deep into wine. I apologize in advance, y'all. It's all right. Chloe says, shadow people, things swinging and moving with no breeze or earthquake to move it. That is creepy. Gonna keep scrolling. Folks are saying they hope Captain Vega gets rest. Chloe says, fuck the unfinished basement, man. Faye says, sleep is for the weak. All right, gonna keep scrolling. This is the part where Robin was muted. See, here's the thing. Remember how we had double audio for like notifications and the outro? It's because desktop audio can still get transmitted as long as it's in monitor, but you mute the output. And for whatever reason, the only program it's not sending to the output is Discord, which is the most important one. So notifications might sound doubled. I will switch that off when we do the outro so that you guys don't hear like a horrible overlaid version of the song that has like 2.
Interesting. All right, so I'm going to make my drink. I got my Tennessee honey.
Oh, snap.
And apple juice.
Hazel over there.
I'm an adult.
Hazel over there in YouTube let us know she couldn't hear Robin and that they could hear it over there in YouTube as well once it was cleared up, which is nice to hear. Jinting Joe says, weird question, but do y'all get a signature burp after eating an apple? Every time I eat one, I find myself burping like 2 or 3 minutes later, LOL. No. I love apples too. Glitch says, Adam looking good with that beard coming back. Yeah, the stubble is growing in. Short but sweet.
It's like instant.
It's like the second day the stubble hits and then it starts getting progressively thicker. It takes like probably like 2.5, 3 weeks before it's like full-blown beard status. Gonna keep scrolling.
I can smell the like Jack. It's so sweet. So sweet.
Milkshake.
It's funny because my boss at my old job hated Tennessee honey, right? He hated that. And so one year he gave it to me for Christmas because he's like, I'm not going to use it, so I'm just going to give it to you. I was like, all right. and then when I quit, it was Christmas time. So I was like, man, I was really thinking about it, that I should just put a bottle of Tennessee honey in your Christmas gift. And he was like, I would have just given it back to you. But I like it. I think it's deliciously sweet.
Nice.
But a lot of people hate it.
I don't prefer it, that's to be sure. Make Shake and Bake is back, which is nice to see. Says to Glitch, I'm going all right, man. Been keeping up on Spotify and YouTube. Only found time for the live today. Woo. Well, we're happy to have you back. So that's awesome to know that you've been keeping up offline as well. Snark says, oh, twat book check-in. I'm halfway through book 2. Nice. I'm like 250 pages into book 4. I've kind of like pumped the brakes a little bit. Faye is like blowing through them. I think she's on 6 now. She just got to a part where I won't say, but someone does something against someone else's will. Not that bad. I know what you're thinking, but not that bad. But yeah, it's crazy. MQI says, Robin, you look like a snack tonight. Adam, equally handsome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Gonna keep scrolling. Faye says, reading Court of Thrones and Roses in between Wheel of Time. Nice. I think I'm going to read the 5th season once I get through book 6 because I really want to start that. And I picked up at a secondhand bookstore a like brand new copy of the third book in that series, and I'm pretty excited for it. Ginseng Joe says Adam looks like a vampire. Thanks. Gonna keep scrolling.
He'll suck your blood.
Yeah, basically, I took a shower, sat down, realized I didn't brush my hair at all, or comb my hair. I never brush it. I didn't comb my hair, and I was just like, and then I had to put my headset on, so I was like, whatever, it's fine. The headset's over it anyways. Faye says, if someone's living in my closet, he needs to pay rent and do the chores. Exactly.
Or, like, make it colder so I pay less for heating.
McShaganbake says, I like the little creeper closet boy, not the slaughter your family demon. Yeah, it definitely took a turn for the worse near the end. Are you going to read any of these?
Let's see. Chloe Michelle says to Captain Fake, I bet they could listen to her voice all day.
Aw.
She is very well spoken, and her voice is lovely. I'm glad you enjoyed the new episode. I hope everybody learned something.
We got a lot of really positive feedback on this episode. Most of it in Discord, so that Faye could see it as well. So,
how many drinks do I have to drink?
6.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm through 3, so. Faye says, I've been working on getting rid of the California girl accent and uptalk. Is it that bad?
Ugh. It's so sweet.
Yeah, I thought that was what you liked about that drink.
Yeah, but I feel like instead of apple juice, I should have picked something not so sweet. So it's like sweet on sweet, so it's just sweet.
Liz Tree asked a good question. Is there a Discord channel for TikToks? I don't know. If there's not, I will make one. I think I basically have one for each social media where you can just sort of drop your personal one if you want folks to join with it. Join with it if you want folks to visit it. But I'm checking right now. It doesn't look like it. So yeah, I'll add one after the show. Easy peasy. Bunny Cake says, morning all. Good morning. I'm going to keep scrolling. Faye says, oh yeah, fantasy scratches. Ooh. So Robin, for full disclosure here, what happened was we were discussing these mystery scratches MQI got, and I mentioned that you sometimes get those as well. I meant to say phantom scratches, but I said fantasy scratches, and then had to correct that because that sounded
hot.
Yeah, it sounded hot. So my bad. Glitch says maybe idea with the mods for an ep. Do a scary story ep with Adam and Robin for Patreon. Could try something like that. We have an idea that I think we're going to tell you about when we get through some of this chat. We're almost caught up actually. So. Sherry Sue says, anyone know of a good at-home karaoke machine or microphone? I'd like to practice my singing for when we can someday go out to karaoke IRL. That's a good question. Looks like Captain Fake had dropped a really awesome link, so you can check that out. It's rose gold as well, so it's fancy.
Yeah, I know my uncle had one at his house, but I don't know what brand it was. I just play Rock Band. That's really all I do is I play Rock Band, or we just put on Hamilton or something and Encanto and just sing to it.
Snark says, oh yeah, I learned a lot to Faye, which is nice to see. Sherry says, I think I was looking at that one. Nice. Yeah, Sherry Sue linked, I think it's the same one, just a different color back, so that's cool. Right on.
All right.
Facebook user over there on Facebook is Joe, and Joe says, oh, my Lanta 6, chug. Nah, dog, nah. I'm at 4. Taking it nice and easy. Got 2 more to go. So, while Robin sips on hers, I'll let you folks know. So we've been talking about doing some additional content since Saturday streams have kind of gone by the wayside since we're doing the whole thing with Robin out in California. So we're trying to think of an idea for something additional that we can do. And I think what we're kind of leaning towards is that we want to have a trivia contest, almost like a game show, with just like questions specifically about Scaryish, which seems self-serving. And
we're not going to be in it because we'd probably fail.
We will host it. It seems self-serving and up our own ass. It wasn't our idea, but it's a fun idea because I think some folks would like to do it. And we can do some real deep cut shit too, which would be fun to do. And overall, I think there's a lot of folks out there who might want to participate. And I think what we're probably leaning towards is that if we decide to do like Scaryish Trivia Night, it would be something we would stream. We would have community members sign up if they wanted to join, and then do a random pick to see who actually got to participate and figure out how many people we were going to do, like 3, 5, 8, I don't know. And just have like a fun format where everyone can just sit down and we'll ask questions, stupid questions about the show, and you guys can answer them. We'd also have to figure out what a prize would be. So we're in the midst of that, but that's sort of where our heads are at right now. So, all right, cool. So we are caught up on chat, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take my last 2 drinks, and then Robin, I don't know if you're done with yours.
I'm at 4. At 2 more, just like you.
I wonder if I can turn your mic up any higher than 200%. Because I definitely think you're coming in much quieter than I am.
Can you hear me swallow?
Man, if I had a dime for every time you asked me that question.
Shut up! I've never said that before. Oh shit, wait, my bedroom door is open. Hold on.
That's definitely going to affect the quality of the audio. All right, I think that's 6. Hazel says, "Oh my god, every Asian/Polynesian house with the karaoke." The Snarked says, "Well, time to start re-listening." Bunny Cake says, "That sounds like fun." Glitch says, "Can I play if picked?" Absolutely. Faye says, "Oops, sorry." Joe says, "Oh my god," walks right into that. Yep, indeed. All right, cool. So, are you ready to read your first story, Robin?
Yeah. Let me take one last drink, and then I'll get into reading it. I gotta prep myself, because this is the one you gave me with a lot of dialogue.
It has so much. I was like kind of excited to read this one, and I was like, I am not good at doing voices. I really don't want to do a bunch of dialogue. And I was talking to Robin on the phone. She's like, "I'll do it." I was like, all right, cool. Like, I'll send it your way. Faye says, "If people want more scary medical stories, there are a lot more where those came from." We're already planning in a return to the show for Faye, so definitely let us know if the demand is there. All right, I'm going to mark it, and you take it over.
Okay, so this next story was bequeathed unto me by Adam. Because there's a lot of dialogue in it, and you know me, guys, I love my dialogue.
She's good at the voices, and I just really didn't want to do any.
And yeah, so the title of this one is called Scarecrows.
Scarecrows. We're 1 word in, and I've already marked it.
This... Look what you did to me.
No, the 6 drinks did this to you. The Tennessee honey did this to you.
The title of this story is Scarecrows, and it's written by Ramses the Pigeon, which is a solid name, IMO, but you know. All right, so the story begins. Sunset had fallen on the countryside, and the warmth of the day was fading with each passing moment. Vespers of an autumn breeze whispered through the fields, setting the amber stalks of corn into a somber dance.
It feels like the opening of a writing assignment where they're like, try and evoke all the senses in your first paragraph.
Yet with each swaying step, 2 interlopers were revealed, standing stark and defiant against the motion of their surroundings. In seeing their still forms, one might almost believe that they never breathed nor blinked. Such was certainly the common belief, perhaps shared even by the figures themselves, which made it all the more surprising when one of them spoke. "My arms hurt, Frank." The second figure remained motionless, through a flicker of expression. The second figure remained motionless, though a flicker of expression may have crossed its face. "Frank, my arms hurt." "Damn it, Jed." With a shuffling of cloth and straw, Frank turned to face his partner. "When they sent you out here, they said you was the best choice. You said you knew the rules. Now shut up before someone hears you." Silence returned to the field, broken only by the rustling of currents through the corn. Even a near-by stream, which burbled happily in the hours of daylight, seemed to have hushed itself in preparation for the dusk. This night was an important one, and its task was all but sacred. "Aw, who's gonna hear us, Frank?" It's not the point. What matters is if someone did. We ain't supposed to talk. Jed considered this, though the contents of his head were hardly suited to higher reasoning. Well, so what? It's a stupid job anyway. Ain't nobody passed yet that hasn't laughed at us. Frank sighed, removed his hat, and scratched his leathery skin. Look, Jed, that may very well be. Fact is, it don't matter one bit. It's gotta be done, you understand me? No. I was like, wait, did he understand him? Because the next sentence makes sense.
I thought this story ended. Like, he answered with no, and that was that.
Good. What the hell you mean no? That's why I was like, wait, what the hell does he mean no? Ain't no one ever told you the story? The straw around Jed's neck made a rasping noise as he shook his head. Folks keep saying I'll learn it when I have the need. I've been starting to think they don't know it themselves. Oh, they know it all right. Frank cleared his throat and made a spitting motion at the ground, though his lips remained dry. They know it, sure as they know their own mamas. Just that. Well, it ain't exactly pleasant talk. He sighed again, as much from the frustration of having to speak as from the thought of his next words. See, there was a time, some many years ago, when the fields were beset by a plague. Not a plague of illness, mind. No, this plague came as winged beasts from the sky. Black as night they were, with voices like something from a nightmare. That's Adam when he talks.
Yep, that's exactly how I sound.
Crows, whispered Jed. Wait, that's not a whisper. Crows, whispered Jed.
Well done.
His eyes scanned what little of the horizon he could see beyond the cornfield. I've heard tell of them. Figured they were a children's tale. Frank shifted his weight, adjusting the rigid stick on which he rested his arms. That may be, but there's truth in the stories. Crows are real enough, even if one scarcely hears of them in anything but legend these days. Back when their terror was at hand, they descend on the fields and eat their fill, leaving precious little for the folk who toiled the seed. It brought a hardship on the land, leaving everyone desperate. My arm's still hurt, Frank. Frank rolled his eyes. We're talking, ain't we? Have a rest. Hell, sit down for all it matters now. Thanks, Frank. Jed dropped from his post and crumpled to the ground, suddenly looking very much like a lifeless pile of rags. So what happened? Though he opened his mouth to speak, Frank hesitated. On any other night, the words were just a story, but on this night, they might be something more. You keep a listen for anything amiss, all right? Jed nodded, and Frank resumed his tale. It was a dark time, to be sure, dark enough that some reckoned they might employ a darkness of their own. He closed his eyes and recited the secret verse known only to those who stood watch in the field. I feel like this has to be sing-songy or something.
I mean, it's reciting a verse, so follow your heart.
Fucking fuck! You stupid bitch! I'm already having a hard time as it is. Now I gotta freaking figure out how this poem verse shit goes.
I figured you'd read it beforehand, so I thought you'd have that all worked out.
You think I read?
I think you show up for every episode 60 seconds before we go live. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's more like 7 minutes. All right. Gathered they the walls of green, left to dry by day, shaped into a sentinel, in clothing was the hay, set upon tormented fields against the demon's caw, given life by darkness, the men of naught but straw, gave to them the hollow charge upon the darkest night, paid the price for vigilance, then absent. What? When absent was the light. Gathered they one of the young for empty demon's craw, taken by the darkness, the men of naught but straw. Straw men, whispered Jed. Straw men? Like us, Frank? He's so cute, I can't. Frank's expression grew colder as he shook his head. Don't you be thinking that way. The straw men were something Something other than living, Jed. Scared the crows away, they did, but at a terrible cost. They were dead inside, see? Stayed where they were meant to, like statues. Save for one night a year when they'd come alive and have a reapin'. Only it weren't corn they took away, but a child. One child left outside past sunset. Children are outside past sunset all the time, Frank.
This is so funny.
Not on this night, Frank hissed. He lowered his voice even further. On this night the children wear masks. The straw men can't see those who hide their eyes, not unless they look at the straw men first. Jed fell silent, chastised. The sky had darkened considerably, with only the most tenacious rays of the dying light still piercing the walls of corn. Somewhere in the distance a woman's voice called out for her son. Hey, Frank. What? I still don't get it, Frank. Frank sighed yet again. Don't get what? Why we're out here. Why we gotta stand here like this. Why folks laugh at us. I mean, we're straw men, right, Frank? In response, Frank launched a kick at his companion's leg. Ow! What'd you go and do that for? If I was a straw man, Frank said, do you reckon that would have hurt? You're flesh and blood, Jed, so how can you be a straw man? Well, I mean, it's pretend, ain't it? I fill my clothes with straw and play make-believe, right? Frank tapped a gloved hand against the side of his hat. Up here, it might be pretend, but here, he thumped his fist against his chest, making his stuffed shirt crackle. It's all real. That's what matters, Jed. He swung his arm wide, gesturing to the fields around them. You want to know why we're out here? It's so that fear don't come back. Even one child being taken keeps the fear, keeps that terror festering, keeps folks mourning. Might as well have the crows back. But if someone goes to stand watch, then the straw men don't come walking. They can all rest easy. They can laugh at their fear, get on with their lives. Now do you get it? I get it, Frank, Jed hurriedly replied. I'm here to stand watch, I get it. Good. Now get back up on your post. We got a long night ahead. Jed retook his position and Frank readjusted his own. The wind had died with the sunlight, leaving the cornfields completely still. Hey, Frank. Shut up. Sorry. Jed closed his mouth. Only, what happens to them, Frank? To the children? What children? You know, pushed Jed. The children that they take away. Frank turned to regard his companion. The poor boy was hardly out of his youth, with only the barest hint of stubble on his chin. Even in the darkness an earnest innocence twinkled in his eyes. You sure you want to know, Jed? Jed turned to he did not turn to fuck. Jed turned to meet Frank's gaze. Yeah, Frank, I'm sure. As he had done before, Frank reached up to remove his hat. Only this time, his entire head came away, leaving a rigid cluster of yellow stemming from his shirt. They become straw men, Jed. They become straw men.
Aw, that's sad.
That's so sad. So they're the kids that get taken away and get turned into scarecrows.
I think these guys are scarecrows, but the kids that get taken away get turned into the demon, like, straw men, because those are different, right? Like, the straw men he talks about in his story are the ones that, like, demanded a kid. Yeah, I get that. I'm saying these guys are just scarecrows. They're sentient scarecrows that, for whatever fucking reason, can talk. But, like, when he takes his head off, he's showing, like, you know, he's not real, but he's showing the straw that's inside them. And he's referencing, like, straw men, which are, like, the evil demon types that, like, demand a kid and sacrifice. I don't know. Either way, it's weird and creepy, and I like it.
I like it. It's cute and hilarious and terrifying at the same time.
I like the innocent character, too. That plays well, because it's like, okay, cool. Like, he's asking questions. He wants to know a story, so we all get to learn together.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Way to find that awesome story, Robin. Oh, wait.
Thanks.
It was me. All right. Let's look over to Stream Chat, see what you folks had to say, and then we'll run the ad break, and then we'll get right back to it. I'm going to scroll up. Shut up.
Did you read a story yet? You did, right?
Yeah, I started. I read Greed. 911 Girl said, "We want more. It was an awesome episode." I agree.
Wait, something just played on my computer. Hold on. I started hearing talking. It's because I'm watching Buffy on one screen, and it's been paused this whole time, and I guess I must have clicked something, and it just started playing again.
I feel like Hulu just always wants to start playing. Hazel Pia says, "Yes, please, more, Doctor. More stories,
Pia!
please, and thank you."
How's Hawaii?
Sherry Sue says, "Yes, that was enjoyable. I installed my new shower curtain rod and curtains while listening to Faye's episode. Nice." Glitch says, "I love Sawbones, so I would love Scary Bones. That's trademarked. Can't use that unless you ask me." JK. That's funny. Enzo Matrix says, "My arms hurt, Frank. Sounded like Astrid mocking Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon." That's funny. Do you want to read any of these?
Yeah, I heard a weird sound. Hold on. Let's see. Where did you read about Astrid?
It's Enzo Matrix at 190212.
Oh, I see. Okay. I really love that everybody enjoyed Fake Eye being on the episode. Madscan says, "Hello everyone, I've missed a lot, but I'm on my way home from drinks with coworkers. Don't worry, I'm not driving. Good, stay safe. But wanted to pop and say hello. Hello." MQI says, "I'm missing like half the chat. Heavy sigh." Yeah, because some chat is in Facebook, some chat is in YouTube. And we're the only ones that can see all of it unless you're in all the different
Suck it, everyone.
platforms. Bunny Cake says, "I'm sick, so trying not to fall back to sleep, but Robin's voice is so soothing." Oh, thank you. Hopefully the story was read okay. Let's see.
Glitch said, "I love this. Yeah, this is a good story."
MQI says, "OMG, what is this story? Crows, children?" I'm like 5 minutes behind everyone.
That's funny.
Sherry Sue says, "Karaoke mic is ordered. Yay!"
MQI says, "I just got over a cold so obnoxious. Mine was all sinus."
I hate getting sick. It's just the worst feeling.
And what's your said, "I forgot it was Wednesday." It's all right. You have joined us. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, Pia says, "Missing home in Hawaii, but living in Northern California now." Oh, okay. So you're probably freezing. Hello, Radio Man. They say good evening, Robin and Adam and everyone.
Good evening. Right on. All right, so we are caught up on chat. I'm going to go ahead and run a quick 60-second ad over there on Twitch. If you are subbed, you will not get this ad. If you are not subbed, but you normally do sub and you're going to use your free Amazon Prime sub, this is a good way to remind you to go ahead and resubscribe right now. I'm going to run this for 60 seconds. We'll be right back. Excuse me.
It says, "Yes, it's so cold." Huh. Yeah, it was really cold today.
Glitch says, "Robin needs a new cam that Kenneth is old." I don't know what Kenneth is. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Also, did you see
that Letterkenny has a spinoff?
It's gonna be Shorzy, and I think they're gonna like have Jared Kiso play Shorzy, where you can actually see his face now. Have you tried cleaning your lens? It almost looks like it's dirty.
Is it dirty? Maybe it's dirty.
Yeah, that actually kind of helped. You're even
it was dirty.
You're even more blown out than before, though.
It's because my monitor is so bright.
Yeah, your monitor is like a giant light.
Yeah, I can push it back. No. Don't look at my printer. I can't do that.
It's all right. There's some settings we can play with offline, because we'd have to have you get into Streamlabs and make adjustments, but they will save to the camera, so. All right, MQI says, "I'm on YouTube too, LOL. Double dipping. Part of my chat was missing from Twitch for some reason. Who knows? Twitch can be really, really finicky." Captain Fake Guy says, "There is a great scary medieval story about this dude that implanted stem cell grown tracheas in people, but they all failed." Wow,
what?
That sounds horrific. Glitch says, did you watch anyone the Doctor Strange trailer? I'm dying. I need to see this movie. Yeah, I think it looks awesome. Pia says, "Robin is stunning, as always." Okay.
Thank you. I forget what's the app to even adjust your Razor stuff. Because I think I can just...
Razor Synapse should be or Razor Central. You have to right click that to get to Razor Snaps. Glitcher, no, Snark says Robin be printing that porn. Yeah, during the live show. McShaken Bake says Captain Fake Eye sounds like Dr. Crowbar to me. I've never heard of Dr. Crowbar. Oh, Glitch says Xbox Live Connect was the cam I was talking about. Got it. I was wondering what that joke was. It was Kinect, so I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Ooh.
Oh, that one was good for a second there.
I'm just adjusting the
white balance.
hue. Oh shit! Hold on. Default. Hold on. Let me. Nope. Right there.
Is that the white balance?
Oh, is that what that is?
You should try the white balance. Yeah.
Turn it up.
Turn it whichever direction balances it more. It just leaves your face super white.
It's not white balance. Default. Let's see. I think it's contrast if I turn it somewhat lower here.
Dr. Crowbar's long extensions is a meme. Interesting. I'm going to look it up right now because I can. Jinxing Joseph's might be the bright screen or exposure. I'm not sure what settings we'll be able to adjust to fix that. Dr. Crowbar's long extensions. This is hilarious. With extended lungs, you can scream longer, breathe harder, brag about extended lungs.
Maybe if I turn off all my bright windows here, because I have like Gmail. Oh, yep. I had a big white open email window.
Oh yeah, put up something that's in dark theme.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Which is because Robin's radiant, we can't see her in her cameras. Duh.
All right, let me pull up a really dark picture here. Something in dark theme. What is even?
I don't know. Like Creepypasta's website. Creepypasta's website, Facebook, Messenger. As long as you're in dark theme.
I'll just because the story I'm about to read is the website is not done.
I'm reading next, so. Ginseng Joe says, yeah, for me the culprit is usually a bright screen. I have to turn my brightness on my monitor down pretty low to not have my face turn into a ghost. Yeah, I have the overhead light, the ring cam, and my screen. We have the same webcam, but hers is just very, very, very bright. She has a giant widescreen.
There, that's not bad. All right. You can see all the dark spots on my skin.
No, you can't. I can't, at least, so. Except for those pimples on your chin, I can see those.
Yeah, look at these bad boys. 1, 2.
What have you named them?
They're not pimples. They're scabs at this point.
Well, stop picking at them.
You stop picking at them.
I would. They're mine. All right. Glitch says, oh my god, okay, so have you all heard about the open rooms creepypasta lore? I have not. McShamake says, much better than that Jeff the Killer you had for a second, Robin. MQI says, does anyone else have seen your dog that's just senile as fuck? No, not yet. Our dogs are pretty with it still, but they're getting up there. Our corgi's almost 10, so.
They're hip. They're with it.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop reading the Discord, or excuse me, the stream chat. You guys can continue chatting and move into our third creepypasta.
All right.
So,
it's not my story.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and move into our third story of the show. And this one's name is Persecution. I will say it's kind of not what you think. It has a twist ending, as a lot of creepypastas do. So it goes like this. Johnny ran as fast as was physically possible. He avoided trees and jumped over rocks and fallen branches, moved purely by instinct. In other circumstances, he wouldn't even think that he was capable of such speed and reflexes. But right now, Johnny couldn't allow himself to think about that. Right now, he could not think of anything besides running. Running away from his pursuer. Running to his salvation. When he judged, he should... Shouldn't be a comma there. When he judged he should be at a safe enough distance, Johnny stopped and swiftly threw himself behind a large bush. He needed to analyze the situation, plan his next move, and above all, he needed to locate his pursuer. Not being able to see the one chasing him was quickly overflowing his mind with desperation, making it harder and harder to think clearly. The other one could be far away, close behind, or even hiding somewhere, waiting to catch Johnny in a trap. He had to make sure that he was safe, at least for the time being, so that he could make the right decision. Hidden behind the bush, Johnny looked for an opening between the leaves and branches from where he could look at the ground before him without exposing himself. Exposing himself to me sounds like take his dick out, but that's just me. It's because we've done way too many episodes with like creepy people who actually expose themselves in public. Anyways, Margaret. He then began the desperate task of trying to find his pursuer. Johnny did everything he could to look in all directions, but there was no sign of the other one. Sweat, caused from both the heat of the run and from the state of nerves that he was in, started to run across his face. His heart was beating faster and faster, to the point that it seemed like it would jump right out of his chest at any moment. He wasn't there. The one chasing him was not there. Panic began to dominate his thoughts. He was hidden somewhere Johnny couldn't see. Waiting for the right moment to make his move, he had him trapped like a cat playing with a mouse, having fun just watching his victim become more and more desperate. Maybe he was, at that exact moment, sneaking from behind him, just about to grab him. Johnny quickly turned, certain that there would be someone right at his back, but there was no one. The silence became maddening, so Johnny decided he would start running again as fast as possible. But just when he was getting up, he saw, through the bush, something moving ahead. There he was, his pursuer, walking with a disturbing calmness. Nevertheless, Johnny felt greatly relieved and was once again capable of thinking rationally. Now he had to decide his next move. Should he remain hidden, hoping that the pursuer didn't see him when he passed nearby? Or would it be best to risk another run, even though the other one seemed to be far less tired than he was? Johnny's body, after all, was still exhausted from the previous run. His legs ached, and he still hadn't fully recovered his breath. Still, he wouldn't let that keep him from running miles and miles if it came to that. He wouldn't give in to exhaustion until he was safe, because if he was caught... But he interrupted that thought immediately. Being caught was not an option. Slowly and calmly, the predator approached. Had he spotted Johnny's hiding place? If that was the case, he was doing a very good act. That sounds so cheesy. If that was the case, he was doing a very good act because he was looking in every direction, apparently still searching. It was time to decide, remain hidden or run. Just then, Johnny noticed that the pursuer seemed to be taking... It says talking. I realized it was supposed to be taking, way too late. Johnny noticed that the pursuer seemed to be taking another direction. Was it a trick? One way or another, Johnny decided to take that chance and get out of there. He had already planned his route. First, he would leave the protection of the bush and hide behind a large tree that was in an opposite direction to where the pursuer was going. If he succeeded getting there without being seen, he could run in that direction pretty much safely. Johnny took a big breath and waited for the right moment when the pursuer was looking the other way. As soon as the moment came, he jumped from behind the bush and ran towards the large tree as fast and silently as he could. He pressed his back against the trunk of the tree and, with extreme caution, turned his head to see if his movement had been noticed. The pursuer didn't appear to have heard or seen anything and was still walking in the other direction. Johnny released his breath, full of relief. He was practically safe now, as it would be very difficult to spot him now. Ooh, the use of now twice.
Is he a rabbit?
That would be so cute. Oh my god. He was practically safe now, as it would be very difficult to spot him. Before going forward, he looked one more time at his previous hiding spot behind the bush. And there, he saw something. Right at the spot where he had spent those desperate moments, something was sparkling with the sunlight. He took a better look and realized what it was. Apparently, at some point in the short time that he was there, his cell phone had slipped from his pocket and fallen to the grass.
Oh, no, he's human. Okay.
I don't know. Some rabbits have cell phones, right? Without hesitation, Johnny considered his cell phone as lost. There was no way he would risk being seen in an attempt of getting it back. It was just a cell phone after all, and a really old one too. The pursuer was quite far now. It was time to make his triumphant escape. He had barely taken his first step when music started to play. Music that, to his horror, Johnny recognized immediately. It was his cell phone's ringtone. He turned to look again at the place where the phone was, still not able to believe that destiny could be so cruel. There was his cell phone, blinking, vibrating, and ringing at maximum volume, as if it were an alarm alerting his escape. He hoped that the other one was too far away to hear, but he knew that was a silly thought. In that silent place, the music seemed impossibly loud, and sure enough, the pursuer had already heard. He turned to look where the music was coming from and immediately spotted Johnny partially hidden behind the tree. And Johnny...
So if his cell phone worked this whole time, he didn't think, like, maybe I should call 911?
I don't know. Why didn't the pursuers just call his phone? And Johnny even...
Did they know his phone number?
I don't know. Let's finish reading this and find out. And Johnny, even from far away, was able to see his predator's expression changing from doubt to a mixture of triumph and malice. Then the other one started running towards Johnny, who had become inevitably... That's not the right word. Who had become paralyzed. With great effort, Johnny forced his body to start moving again and began a frantic run. Running like he had never run before, Johnny felt a glimpse of hope. Glimpse? I think this is written by a younger person, because a lot of these words are not used properly.
It says, like, this slaps, throw shade.
Yeah,
yeet.
Obviously. He yeeted his phone.
Ouch.
He could still be faster than his pursuer. He could still beat him. But his muscles, exhausted from all the exercise, would not let their cries be ignored without a price. A cramp paralyzed his leg, making him trip and fall to the ground. He knew he had to get up quickly, but the confusion and pain, both from the cramp and the fall, would not let him. A few seconds later, a shadow came over Johnny. He didn't need to turn his face to understand what that meant. It was all over. The pursuer had caught up to him. He tried to find some kind of comfort, thinking to himself that he had played his cards well, and, if he had failed, he had only bad luck to blame. Of course, as much as he believed that, it still didn't change the fact that his pursuer was right above him right now. Johnny remained facing the ground. He wouldn't give the other one the pleasure of looking him in the eyes when he did what he was going to do. He felt the other person's hand on his back. "Gotcha! You're it!" yelled the one that until now had been the pursuer. Just as he started to run away from Johnny. Johnny got up slowly, brushed the dirt off of his clothes, and looked fixedly... I'm just going to go with looked. And looked to where the other was running. The pain was almost gone now. It was time for revenge.
Wow.
That one was written by Daniel Moises. And I really liked this one because when I was trying to find stories today, I kept finding stories that were like super serious and super brutal. And so when I started reading this one, I got to like the midway point and I realized like it sounds like this kid's playing tag or like hide and seek or something like that. So when I skipped to the end, I was like, yeah, I like it. I approve. So I enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked the twist at the end.
I'm trying to make this white window as small as possible.
All right.
Can you tell?
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and look over into Stream Chat and see what you folks had to say for that one.
Hi, Miley.
Miley is a very hard worker.
E.
Faye says, it's a really interesting story. Read the scary tracheas. They cover it on season 3 of Dr. Death. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about Restream. Where's my Restream? Let's see.
Bunny Cake says they're getting 2 new foster babies tomorrow, so happy. What kind of babies?
Kittens.
Is it kittens?
Kittens.
Right on.
Yeah.
Glitch says to make shake and bake. It's really odd and so much lore. I'll send you a link. It's odd, but would fit in here a lot.
Oh, open rooms.
Gotcha. MQI says, oh, I'm breaking out on my chin right now. Obnoxious.
Glitch. It's, you know what? It's because I'm not used to wearing a mask for so many hours out of the day. And because I have to go on so many site walks and the park is so big and I have to walk across I get almost 10,000 steps a day, right? So I'm constantly sweating, especially last week. So I think that's why my chin is just a mess right now. Let's see.
MQI says their dog is out of control. Love her so much. She's just deaf and senile. LOL. Aw.
Glitch says about the story, his knees are weak. His palms are sweaty.
Maybe there's vomit on the sweater already, Mom Spaghetti. Exactly.
I freaking loved that Eminem was in that halftime show.
Pink Penguin says, hi, everyone. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed 50 Cent too, actually.
I loved all the 50 Cent memes. They were just so fucking funny. I was looking at them like all
50
night.
Cent does not look that
He
bad.
doesn't. He's chubbier than he used to be because he used to be super ripped.
I just think he's thicker, you know.
Pink Penguin says, is Johnny getting ready to play the fiddle against the devil? Maybe. Song slaps. Gonna keep scrolling. Lots of folks talking to each other. It's just so funny.
Glitch says Judy Hopps has a cell phone.
Exactly.
Because she's a rabbit. Life isn't Zootopia. 911 girl says, going back to work. Good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night. Thank you for joining us.
Chicken Bake says, the hulking green figure loomed over Johnny. It's all ogre now.
That's a good pun.
I'm
what's Sharon says, what are you doing in my swamp? Latreia says, great story. I liked it.
Says, oh, sorry. It was a good story. I think that one and Scarecrow was good too.
Yeah, I agree. Kevin Vega says, the mask knee is real.
Yeah. It's pretty poopy. Alison says, have an appointment after work to get my CPAP machine, so happy to finally start getting my sleep apnea addressed.
Nice.
Yeah.
MQI says, LOL, 50 Cent is hot, but I love the memes. They're funny. Like, even the ones where they're not about him being chubby, they're just about him hanging upside down. Those are funny.
Well, there was a cute point, too, where Mary J. Blige and 50 Cent were literally just chilling on a couch down underneath the platform in one of the rooms, and they're just chilling, like, on the couch, like, moving their body to the music. I was just like, man.
It was funny watching the halftime show.
They're tired, you know?
It was funny watching the halftime show and being like, God, this music is from when I was way younger. And we were watching it with someone who's 20 and thinking like, I wonder if she was born when some of these songs were made, and just feeling so old instantly. Ginseng Joe says, did I just hear Shrek in my swamp? As good of a Shrek impression as I can do, I suppose. Glitch says, liminal space, sorry, not open room, but I'll send y'all stuff about it. You can also drop it in Discord. Drop it in the Scaryish, or in the Pastatime suggestions, because I'd like to look at it.
Glitch said, did anyone think 50 Cent turned into $1? I thought he looked really similar to what he used to look like.
He's like 75 cents now. He didn't double. MQI says, the upside down memes make me LOL for real. Yeah, they're good.
I just listened to his music a lot when I was younger, so I was like, oh shit, 50 Cent.
He had video games too. He also like started a water company that got sold to Coca-Cola for like $4 billion. So he's a smart businessman for sure. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. Turn it over to Robin.
He's worth way more than 50 Cent.
Yeah, he is. All right, go ahead and take it away and do our final story of the evening.
This very evening. All right. Okay, so final story of the episode. Title is A Story to Scare My Son. All right. It goes like this. Oh, also, it's on the No Sleep Reddit. If you folks have never heard of that before, it's the No Sleep subreddit. This one is written by Oven Friend, which is also a cute name.
Right on.
And it begins... there's dialogue in this one, too. I don't know. What's a dad voice?
A dad voice?
Yeah.
I don't know. I eagerly await to see what you choose for your dad voice.
Son, we need to have a chat about internet safety. I slowly crumpled down onto the floor next to him. His laptop was open and he was playing Minecraft on a public server. His eyes were locked into the action. Comments scrolled down the side of the screen in a chat box. Son, can you stop your game for a minute? He exited the world, closed the laptop, and looked up at me. Dad, is this gonna be another cheesy, scary story? What? I faked hurt feelings for a second and then grinned at him. I thought you liked my cautionary tales. He grew up listening to my stories about children who encountered witches, ghosts, werewolves, and trolls. Like many generations of parents, I used scary stories to reinforce morals and teach lessons about safety. Single dads like me should use all the parenting tools at their disposal. He scrunched his face a little. I'm not going to use that high-pitched kid voice. It's dumb. He's old enough to play Minecraft.
I mean, kids that play Minecraft are pretty young, just saying.
Yeah, but they don't all sound like fucking 3, you know?
Like who?
3 years old.
Oh, gotcha. I was
Jesus
like, what
fuck.
character is named 3? Like, what anime am I forgetting?
They were fine when I was 6, but now I'm getting older. They don't scare me anymore. They seem kind of silly. If you're gonna tell me a story about the internet, can you make it really, really scary? I squinted at him incredulously. He folded his arms. Dad, I'm 10, and I can handle it. Okay, I'll try. I began. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Colby. His expression indicated that he wasn't impressed with the terror of the
You should
introduction.
be scared because
He
his
sighed.
parents named him after a fucking piece of cheese.
He sighed. The piece of cheese was named after him. That's what you tell your kids. He sighed deeply and settled in for one of Dad's cheesy stories. So I continued. Colby went online and joined several children's websites. After a while, he started talking to other kids in game and on the message boards. He made friends with another 10-year-old boy named Helper23. They liked the same video games and shows. They laughed at each other's jokes. They explored new games together. After several months of friendship, Colby gave Helper23 6 diamonds in a game they were playing. This was a very generous gift. Colby's birthday was coming up, and Helper23 wanted to send him a cool present in real life. No! Okay. Colby figured it wouldn't hurt to give Helper23 his home address, as long as he promised not to tell it to any strangers or grown-ups. Jesus, bad choices. Helper23 swore he wouldn't tell anyone else, not even his own parents, and set about mailing the package. Step 1.
Don't pick up the
Wait,
phone.
no, not step 1. Red flag number 1. Oh, there's a bunch of red flags. But like, he's not gonna tell his parents. His parents, if he's 10, his parents are the one mailing the fucking package. Red flag, man. I paused the story and asked my son, "Do you think that was a good idea?" "No," he said, shaking his head vigorously. In spite of myself, he was getting into the story. Well, neither did Colby. Colby felt guilty about giving away his home address, and his guilt began to grow and grow. By the time he put on his pajamas the next night, his guilt and fear were larger than anything else in his life. He resolved to admit the truth to his parents. The punishment would be steep, but it was worth it to have a clear conscience. Conscience? It was worth it to have a clear conscience. He squirmed in his bed as he waited for his parents to tuck him in. My son knew the scary part was coming up. In spite of his tough talk, he leaned forward, wide-eyed. I spoke quietly and deliberately. He heard all these noises of the fuck. That's not part of the story. He heard all the noises of the house. The washing machine bounced around in the laundry room. Branches scraped against the brick house, against the brick outside his room. His baby brother cooed in the nursery, and there were some other noises he couldn't
Is baby
quite
brother a fucking
pinpoint.
pigeon?
That's what people say when babies make sounds. They coo.
I
Okay.
feel like babies in their cribs, if you're hearing them from the next room, are screaming bloody murder because they like haven't figured out how to relax their butthole and push at the same time. But whatever.
Finally, his dad's footsteps echoed down the hall. "Hey, Dad," he called out nervously. "I have something to tell you." His dad stuck his head in the doorway at a weird angle. In the darkness, his mouth didn't seem to move, and the eyes were all wrong. "Yes, son?" The voice was way off, too. "Are you okay, Dad?" the boy asked. "Uh-huh," sung the father in his strangely affected voice. Colby pulled his covers up defensively. Is Mom around?" "Here I am." Mom's head popped into the doorway below Dad's. Her voice was as unnatural. Nope, her voice was an unnatural falsetto. "Were you about to tell us that you gave our home address to Helper23? You shouldn't have done that. We told you never to give out our personal information on the internet." She continued. "He wasn't really a kid. He just pretended to be one. Do you know what he did? He came to our house, broke in, and murdered both of us so he could spend some time with you." A fat man in a wet jacket emerged in the child's doorway, holding the 2 severed heads. Colby shrieked and gasped as the man dropped the heads on the ground, unsheathed his knife, and moved into the room to work on the boy.
To work?
My son screamed too. He twisted his hands defensively over his face, but we were just getting started with the story. After several hours, the boy was almost dead and his screams had become
What
whimpers.
the fuck?
The killer noticed the wailing of a baby in another room and removed his knife. This was a special treat. He'd never murdered
What the
a
fuck,
baby
dude?
before. Helper 23 left Colby to die and followed the cries. In the nursery, he walked, did all that stuff, da 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 da, murder, murder, murder.
It's spooky.
Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 he didn't murder the kid. Okay. Backtrack. Let's see. In the nursery, he walked to the crib, picked the baby up, and held it in his arms. He moved towards the changing table to get a better look, but as he held the baby, the crying died down. The baby looked up and smiled. Helper 23 had never held a baby, but he gently bounced it in his arms like a pro. He wiped his bloody hands on the blanket so he could stroke the baby's cheeks. Hey there, sweet little guy. The beautiful rage of sadism melted into something warmer and softer. He walked out of the nursery, took the baby home, named him William, and raised him as his very own. After I finished the story, my son was visibly shaken. Between ragged, staccato breaths, he stammered, "But, Dad, my name's William." I gave him a classic dad wink and tousled his hair. "Of course it is, son." William ran up the stairs to his bedroom in a fury of sobs, but deep down, I think he liked the story. That's so fucked up. It's a good story.
If he's
though.
not the killer, that's hilarious that he did that. But it's also super evil because that is just a really dark story.
Yep. So everybody got murdered except the kid.
Let that be a lesson to kids that tell their parents that they're grown-ups or that they're old enough to handle it, because it's like you kind of got to prove them wrong. But
yeah.
Solid story, Robin. I like how we had all these wholesome ones and we end on this one that's kind of fucked up. But either way, good stuff.
Thanks.
All right. So shout out to Enzo Matrix, who just resubscribed for the 7th month and said, lucky number 7. We appreciate you. Let's read some of this stream chat. And once we get like halfway through it, I'll start booting up marbles on stream, which I am realizing I have not tried to open and might need an update. So
Glitch says, Bruce Campbell, that is a hot silver fox. I really liked him in Burn Notice. I don't know if anybody ever watched Burn Notice, but he was really good in that. Obviously, all his movies that he's been in, and Ash vs. the Evil Dead. But I thought that was another role that people didn't realize he was in a lot of, but And if you don't know, now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know. All right.
I was it says there was an Olympian compete in freestyle skiing yesterday named Colby. Was he cheese?
MQI says to Glitchgrim, I also think Nelly is hot. What is Book of Boba Fett? Because they were asked if they were watching Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, Steven over on YouTube says hello.
Hello.
Also, elbow cough. Are you sick? Please don't be sick. Oh my god, which reminds me, we gotta buy airplane tickets. I also have to, do a bunch of stuff.
Kind of Vegas says, yummy now, yummy on Xena Warrior Princess, in regards to Bruce Campbell.
Oh, that's like one of her favorite things, Xena Warrior Princess.
I didn't realize he was on that show. I'm What's for Dinner said, we had an Olympian compete in freestyle. You just read that. Moving on. I'm What's for Dinner also said, he did not make the podium, unfortunately. Bummer.
Glitch said, the sheriff of Freetown has daddy energy. What the fuck is Freetown? Adam, this past weekend,
I knew you were going to bring it up.
Adam texted me because...
It was Monday.
Okay.
It's Valentine's Day.
Was it Valentine's Day? Okay, so I tweeted sometime during the weekend because Rahul Cooley he's from iZombie. He's in Haunting at Bly Manor. He's the sheriff in Midnight Mass, Sheriff Daddy, and
Sheriff
he
Daddy.
posted a picture. He posted a picture of himself from 2020 or 2021 and then now, and
he's lost weight.
He's lost a lot of weight, and he looks really good. So I posted a gift, like I tweeted a gif of just someone taking their sunglasses off and going, "Damn, daddy." And Adam texts me, he's like, "Are you serious with that?"
I was sitting around waiting for someone to say Happy Valentine's Day to me, and I see that Robin's out there thirsting for Rahul Cooley, which I get, but still. All right, I'm going to keep scrolling. I think Glitch might be thirsting after Timothy Oliphant, according to MQI. Bunny Cakes is holding a baby is the scariest part. I totally agree.
Yeah, Captain Fake Eye is what agrees with me. Hottie hottie mulati. Straight up.
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying the thirst is real. Shake and Bake says, why can't I get my perfect Galarian Daramaka taking me so long? I have no idea what that is.
Galarian. It's a Pokemon.
Oh, right on.
Let's see. Yeah, man. I just want Senpai to notice me. Glitch says, I watched Burn Notice. Hell yeah.
All right, I'm going to switch us to the marbles scene, and then I just have to make a few adjustments to camera stuff. So everyone chill out. Just be a few fantasy Fonzies right now.
I haven't played that new Pokemon game yet. Not Arceus, but well, I guess it's technically not new because it's Diamond and Pearl, right? So I haven't played it yet. I want to.
Weird
but
how it doesn't work at all.
I've fallen down into the Animal Crossing hole again. I
don't know why this is different, but it is, and it's unfortunate. So we're
Captain Fake Eye says learn to like them tall, dark, and handsome early. I think Idris Elba. Talk about tall, dark, and handsome. Damn.
He is quite handsome. All right, this is just what I'm going to go with. This is what I got. This is what we're going with. I don't know what I just moved, but I moved it. All right, going to have to fix that. Going to have to move this. Everything's a mess. I don't know what settings got changed, but this should work. All right. And this should fix it. It didn't. That's okay. We're just going to fucking stop fucking around with this. All right, cool. Let's do marbles. Let's get on to this. Go ahead and start your voting. Exclamation point vote, then a space, and the number that corresponds with the track you would like to race.
Pull it up on my phone.
Do your social media apps ever just decide to tell you that they have a bunch of notifications? Because I just got told I have like 160 notifications on Instagram, which is a lie.
Wow. You should be checking your Instagram more often, bruh. You called me a bunch. I didn't even see
Yeah, I was trying to call you so that we could set up the stream, but you don't answer your phone when I call you fucking ever. That's why I had to.
I don't answer my phone.
That's why I had to ask Jules whether or not you existed so that I could try and get you to show up. Yeah, that'll go there for now. All right, currently in the lead is Coils of Power, which is number 35. It's only got 3 votes, though. So if more votes come in for a specific track, it might overtake Coils of Power.
I'm feeling 21.
We will let it scroll a little bit longer. Ginseng Joseph, if you're using OBS, check the lock button. That is not the problem, and I'm not using OBS. There's a filter that you can apply to a window when you're capturing it called padding, crop or pad, which essentially makes it so that you don't have to see the black bars on top or below, which I already have one on for Robin's camera on the other side, but when it comes over here, it's supposed to work like that, and it finally worked. So, hooray, it's been fixed. I just had to turn it on and off like 40 fucking times.
Yeah. Y'all, I'm tired and I got a meeting for so early in the morning.
What time's your meeting?
Let's find out real quick. It's not as early as my other ones last week, but it's early.
All right, Coils of Power has been in first place for an entire stride through, so that's what we're going to go with.
Is tomorrow Thursday?
Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday.
5:45.
That is early as fuck. Average time, 2 minutes and 38 seconds to complete. Record time, 1:27. And as far as it goes for Spooky Friends, we've done it in 3 minutes and 1 seconds on average. And Girl Panic holds the record at 2:22. Let's jump in there. Yeah, we use Streamlabs OBS, which is similar in a lot of ways and different in a lot of the ways that are advanced, which sucks because there's not a lot of help on Streamlabs. They just got to version 1.7. So, all right, going to start the countdown. I'm going to do 75 seconds. Type an exclamation point play to get your marble on stream. You can hear these coils. That's pretty cool.
Exclamation point play. Wink. I don't know what's going on with my brain.
All right, we are up to 18 marbles. Wonderful to see. Justin Joe says, yeah, I got used to using OBS mainly because there was a lot of help on it. Yeah, there's just like these things that integrate with really well with slobs, but like if you run into a problem, you better find a YouTube video because there's no fucking help from the developers on the forums.
That's annoying.
Yeah, but when it works, it's pretty awesome. So... all right, this race is going to kick off in 10 seconds. I feel like it's not centered. It's not. But I'm going to fix it.
Gotta get that centered.
Oh no, it stole my mouse.
How?
Because it moved it back over to the game when the timer hit 0. All right, coils or not, this is still a giant funnel, which as we know is not my favorite thing because it takes forever for someone to get into the hole. Although this looks pretty fucking cool. Let's be real, guys. Oh, looks like Cursed Wolf is the first one out with Faye right behind and Sherry Sue in third place. Let's follow along. I think there's not going to be anything special about these coils. They just exist to look cool. I don't know. They just zap Glitch's ball. Zapping a bunch of balls. This is awesome. Doesn't look like you go faster, though, if you're glowing. Alright, let's watch as everyone swirls down while I also fix the chat box, which is in a terrible position there because it covers up the leaderboard. There we go. Fixed. Is everyone dying? What the fuck is happening? You look away for 1 second.
I think it's hilarious that during this past episode, Faye answered our questions about Grey's Anatomy and the realistic portrayal of residents.
Yeah.
Or unrealistic portrayal of residents.
So I don't know exactly what caused people to die, but I do know that Chunkster has made it through along with Alice in Wonderland and I'm What's for Dinner. A lot of folks have fallen off, though. Maybe if you get zapped, something happens. Yeah, it looks like if you get zapped, you float.
Glitch says, don't zap my ball unless you call me the next day.
Wow. Robin has somehow taken the lead.
Always.
There is only 7 marbles left. And there's 2 more coils left. I don't know if you get zapped when you get to the bottom of this. Maybe that's what was causing this to happen. So as you can see from the ghost ball back there, that this track used to be significantly different because it's floating through space.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Robin's going to come out first. Does not get zapped, so let's follow her marble. All right, it does appear Robin's going to take the win, which we can all agree is horseshit. But for the prize, we have like a 3-way race. Looks like the Snarked is going to take second place. Alice in Wonderland takes third. Chunkster is fourth. Sherry Sue is fifth. I'm Western Dinner is sixth. And Madscan is coming to finish this out That was kind of a bloodbath. Still don't know what the hell happened, but either way, pretty fun. All right, good stuff. Congratulations to the Snark for taking the victory. Nothing here about the race. Just dropped a chip and called my dog. The plot of that game is as complicated as the plot of Grey's Anatomy. And Flaming Hot Cheetos plus chopsticks equals no Cheeto dust.
Aw, MQI says, hi to Steven over on YouTube. Can't comment because I'm not signed in.
That's funny. All right, and the Snark is going to pass their win, so congratulations, Alice in Wonderland. Type in !merch, click the link, follow it, go to Robin's Kawaii Corner. And once you're there, pick a Scaryish sticker, and then just message us and say, this is the one that I would like for winning, and where you can mail it, and we would be more than happy to do so. Robin goes up to 21 points on the season. The Snark is at 19.
Hell yeah.
Chunkster's at 22. I'm What's Dinner's at 16. Everyone else has stayed the same. I'll point out that Liz Batteria is super close as well at 18. And we have one more race to go. So start your voting yet again.
I vote for, let's see. I always pick an arbitrary number.
Same.
It feels like a perfect night. Something. Do you know the words to that song?
I probably do if I think about it hard enough. To ditch the whole scene.
Oh, yeah. All I know is I'm feeling 22. Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, 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 ooh. All right, right now, Pixel's Death Alley is in the lead. Don't know how many votes it has.
Oh, Matt Scan says to dress up like a hipster and ditch the whole scene is in the lyrics.
Man, the votes are like super spread out tonight. Last time we wound up having like 13 votes on a single map, and this time it's like 2 1 2 1 1 1 2 2, and the leader has 4. Locally, takes us 2 minutes and 20 seconds to do that one. The average time for everyone else is 1 minute and 52. We'll let it scroll one more time just in case anything's going to catch up. Alice in Wonderland says, thank you to the Snarks. Didn't even notice until they heard Adam say their name.
Say my name, say my name.
What else?
I don't know.
When no one is around you,
say baby,
I love you.
Something about acting kind of strange.
It's, or are you running games? I don't know. I have to listen to it. Got a lot of songs I got to listen to after this. All right, we're coming up on Pixel's Death Alley again, and that will almost certainly...
Say that, but I'll probably just still listen to Hamilton again.
Yeah, or Encanto.
My playlist, like on my way to work, because I mean, driving to work is maybe 3 songs. It's just always Hamilton. It's Hamilton, K-pop, or like old rock, old alternative.
Nice. All right, record holder is Crump, who did this in 42 seconds. Our record holder is the Fancy Iguana, who did this in 1 minute and 59, which is not that fast. So let's go ahead and try and set a new record. Glitch says, I'm going to be one hundo. This is why I love this community. I don't make sense. Way, listen to me. I don't know. This is scrolling too fast because people are typing in exclamation point play to get their marbles on stream.
Make sense.
Y'all the real MVP. I care about each of y'all.
Oh, yeah, everybody's the real MVP. I think our community is just awesome.
I agree.
Because everyone's so kind, you know. And that's not easy to do.
Gonna give everyone 75 seconds from Rat Meow to do exclamation point play.
We don't put up with that toxic shit. At least I don't think we do.
No, we have a very short... I don't know. We don't put up with that toxic shit, like Robin said. There we go. All right, we got 20 marbles already. Pretty good. 21. All right, we got 35 more seconds to get your marble on stream. Don't forget. McShaken Bake says to Glitch, have you ever had a dream that you I'm done reading this. This is torture.
Glitch says, yes, you get me.
That's funny. All right. I'm so close to eating dinner, and I am so hungry.
What'd you order?
I didn't order anything. My mom made meatballs. This is the thing. My mom's been making food for one, so she made like 8 meatballs. But there's like mashed potatoes and gravy, so I'm hoping there's 4 meatballs downstairs waiting for me, and some mashed and gravy. All right, Ginseng Joe, like right out of the box, avoiding all these. I was gonna say avoiding all those throbbing rods. Pulsating rods, the better way to say it. McShaken Bake has taken over and is also trying to avoid said rods. Almost split all of those pretty easily.
Robin has fallen off. Being sappy, sorry. But long story short, I love y'all. We love you too.
We love you too, Glitch. Latreia is now in the lead. Robin has fallen off, so that she will not be going with that rare double victory that we've seen happen so frequently lately. Latreia's in the sky, but I think she's going to stick the landing. She does.
Glitch and McShaken Bake are some of our like OG, like super OG.
Yeah. Cursed Wolf has fallen off. I think Chloe fell off earlier also. Trey is still cruising through. I think there's only 2 more of these things to get through. Bunny Cakes has fallen off.
I think we're going to try and make okonomiyaki tonight. That's the goal.
Oh, snap. Oh, my God. That was amazing. Way to take a nice shortcut. Set a new Scaryish record, Latreia, at like 1 minute and 8 seconds. That was incredible. McShaken Bake's coming in to try and take second place. That was fucking awesome, though. Ginseng Joe has fallen off. The Snark got launched, but I think it's just going to make him go farther. Yep. All right. The blue wave of death should be approaching. Enzo Matrix is back there, like way, way back there, but I don't know how fast this blue wave is for this particular map. McShaken Bake is going to take second place. Looks like Ashley Faison at the very last second is going to sneak by Lisbetry along with the Snarked. Lisbetry takes 5th. Captain Fake Eye takes 6th. And everyone else going to try and trickle in to take some points or just not get eliminated in the end. Pretty good stuff.
It doesn't even matter. Get it?
Yeah,
in the end,
I got it.
matter. Linkin Park reference.
I got it. All right.
If y'all haven't heard of Linkin Park, y'all missing out.
I don't know. Are there still other people around that haven't heard of Linkin Park? I mean, I know that Chester Bennington's been gone for a minute.
He's been gone for a good minute. It's been like 4 years.
Sad. Latreia goes up to 21 points in the season. Snark goes up to 22.
Speaking of dead last, Huckster says, whoa, dead last.
Snark goes up to 22. Liztree goes up to 20. I Am What's for Dinner is now up to 17. Chunksters at 22. You didn't fall off, but you didn't get any points, and everyone else has stayed the same. So pretty good stuff.
It's been like 6 years. Has it been like 6 years?
I feel like it happened in 2016, but I feel like that's.
I think it's 2016.
I think I just attribute everything that happened like to a celebrity in the last like 7 or 8 years to that 1 year, because that 1 year was just fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so that should work. I'm gonna go ahead and move us back over into this screen, and it did. Cool. So good stuff. Don't forget to claim your prize by going over to just type !merch, go to the stores, go to Robin's Kawaii Corner, find a Scaryish sticker, and let us know which one you would like. Gonna go ahead and back out of marbles, and good stuff. Let's go ahead and mark this and wrap this up. Give everyone back the rest of their Thursday night. All right, so I want to thank everyone who listened to this episode of Pastatime or watched this live. We do record Pastatimes and Storytimes live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. If you ever want to join us, just go to twitch.tv/Scaryish Podcast or youtube.com/Scaryish. We would love to have you for a live episode. There's a lot of stuff that hits the cutting room floor. Mainly it's between each story. We just sit back, chill out, and talk with everyone that's watching. It's a good time. So please feel free to join us. If you would like to contribute by sending us a creepypasta you have written or a suggestion, please email pastatime@scaryish.com or go to our website, scaryish.com. Click on Contact Us. You can fill out that form and it'll come directly to us, or hit us up on our social medias. Facebook is facebook.com/scaryish podcast. Twitter is @scaryish_pod, and Instagram is @scaryish_podcast. Robin, for folks who would like to donate to us, how can they do so?
You can go to patreon.com/scarypod. You can go to patreon.com/Scaryish Podcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $8. We also have like physical merch tiers, and it's actually funny because I just posted on our Instagram today that, well, today's Wednesday, but that I put into production the new charms that are going to be for the summer, I believe. And those are going to be so cute. I'm very excited for the summer designs. And other than that, you can also go to coffee, ko-fi.com/Scaryish Podcast. And those are single time donations if you aren't into, coughing up 4 quarters every month. So other than that, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's everything we have for this episode of Pasta Time. So do your thing, Robin, and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.